Here are 20 facts that I find fascinating about Canada. It's a man's paradise. There are 104 women for every 100 men. We have cool cities. Some of our major cities that you may have heard of are Toronto, Vancouver, Montreal, and Niagara Falls. We have polar bears on our streets. License plates in the Northwest Territory are shaped like polar bears. We can have fun in any weather. We can have a wide range of activities throughout our seasons. We have winter sports in our snowy winters and summer sports throughout our sunny seasons. Some places like BC allow for skiing up in the cold mountains, and then later in the day you can water ski on the sunny lakes down below. We have the biggest. Yonge Street is the longest street in the world. The weirdest town names such as Head Smashed in Buffalo Jump, Furby's Cove, Goblin Come by Chance, Poor Boy Island, Tickle Cove, Old Man's Head, Virgin Arm, Conception Bay, Exploits River, Ass Hill, Ass Rock, Happy Adventure, Fairyland, Happy Valley, Heart's Content, Heart's Desire, Heart's Delight, Funk Lake, Bacon Cove, Climax, Forget, Tiny, Sex Smith, and Dildo, which are all real towns. We have some kick-ass natural places. Banff National Park, the Rocky Mountains, the Great Lakes, and the Canadian Shield, which is full of caves, massive rocks, thick forests, and crevices. You will never be too far from nature in Canada. Canada has on smarty pants. Over half of our residents have a college degree. We need a healthier diet, or do we just gotta be KD? Canada eats more Kraft Dinner and mac and cheese than any other country. We love Tim's. Tim Hortons was a hockey player who started a coffee shop. It did so well that you can now find these franchises in other countries. But you can only find Timbits or donut holes in the Tim Hortons if you come to Canada. We have celebrities being born all the time. Some famous Canadian celebs include A-Track, Alan Thicke, Ryan Reynolds, Ryan Gosling, Bryan Adams, Pamela Anderson, Alicia Cuthbert, Rachel Adams, Jim Carrey, Drake, Justin Bieber, Mike Myers, Seth Rogen, James Cameron, Michael J. Fox, Donald Sutherland, William Shatner, Howie Mandel, Mr. Dressup, John Candy, Eugene Levy, the Trailer Park Boys, the Bare Naked Ladies, Nickelback, Sum 41, Finger 11, Simple Plan, Shania Twain, Tommy Chong, Shawn Mendes, Ellen Page, Matthew Perry, The Rock, Keanu Reeves, and thousands of others. Canada is in the middle of a drug epidemic. It's not cocaine, heroin, or even ecstasy. There are new research chemicals in town, like W18, carfentanil, and funirafentanil, killing hundreds of people per year. Firefighters in Vancouver and Alberta have been called for more opioid-related overdose than fires in 2016. It was all over Canadian news. Mayors in some major cities were demanding a solution. It got worse until they banned some of these drugs, and they were finally banned in the main origin country, China, in March 2017. The fear is that new versions are always popping up, so recently a blanket law was passed, stating that any compound that mimics another illicit drug is automatically illegal. Escorts paradise. Prostitution is legal, escorting is legal, but purchasing prostitution services is not. You can only pay for their time, and the sex is between you and the person, and you cannot be paying for that. You can find many escorts in major cities on online websites, advertisements, the phone book, and back pages. Marijuana is big business. Since Justin Trudeau has been elected, he has promised the legalization of marijuana. First, it was supposed to come in 2017. Now it's supposed to be July 1st, 2018, Canada Day. When this happens, they must remove all pot-related charges on all Canadian criminal records. There have been hundreds of marijuana businesses and companies pop up in the past 3 years due to this. Many that are on the Toronto and Canadian Stock Exchange. They have already spiked quite a bit, making it an opportunity that all Canadians could profit from. Canada is cleaning up its streets. Canada's crime rate has been dropping for the past 20 years, and it's currently at its lowest point in the past 2 decades. Let's hope our number of police drops too. Friendly fire from the States. Our first 4 casualties of the Afghan war were from friendly fire, more specifically from American pilot bombing exercises. Looks like our mission to peacekeep was triggered into all-out war. It makes you wonder if they told the soldiers, or maybe it would help them assume that it was the Afghans that were hostile. Why did the chicken cross the road in Canada? Because Canada has the safest highways in the world, for animals. The parts that run through Banff Park are shared with an assortment of bears, moose, deer, and other large animals. It doesn't mean we don't see roadkill and get in accidents with deer, but we do have a ton of open road, and most of it has no traffic. God save Canada from the Queen. In Canada, all ministers, legislators, members of the armed forces, public servants, police officers, and even civilians must swear allegiance to the Queen. When our Prime Minister of Government, Justin Trudeau, swore into office, his oath of obedience was directly with the Queen, meaning he is a servant of the Queen. Many before him, even his father, wanted to get rid of the oath. Australia, another member of the British Commonwealth, ditched the oath more than 20 years ago. The fact that monarchy exists at all in the 21st century should be shocking. This means that the Prime Minister is ultimately responsible to the British monarchy, not the people of Canada. This also shows that our government is not the ultimate governing force, and there are those above him. We welcome immigrants. Some of our major cities are now dominated by minorities. This is changing our culture, streets, and our heritage in a way that will be irreversible. We welcome extraterrestrials. Canada has the world's first UFO landing pad in St. John's, Alberta. It has a rounded, saucer-shaped tourist information center with a museum of UFO memorabilia, including photographs of alleged landing sites, mysterious cattle mutilations, and crop circles. Some of the items were purchased from the J. Allen Hynek Center for UFO Studies, an organization founded by one of the scientists who worked famously on the U.S. military investigations called Project Blue Book. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And hit that bell for updates because we are going to do more videos on Canadians and Canada.